Hey y'all, it's late night, but I just gotta shoot this out here. So a part of the process, a part of the purification, a part of the journey is overall you returning back to yourself. You returning back to your childlike essence, to your childlike spirit, to the little you that's inside that have full faith, full belief, full confidence. You were unique in yourself. You were in your power. You were in your fullness. You had confidence. You had it all. You had everything. But as you grow and you go to high school, you go to public school, you go to even if private school, when you get around other energies, when you get around other consciousness, when you get around other people and their mind and their thoughts and their ways of being, you don't know how those things can affect you. You don't know that sometimes in life you're going to go through things that is going to challenge you, but you don't understand as a child or a teenager that those things are preparing you for your future self, and that those particular events had to happen to catapult your highest beingness. We have to go through a little pain, a little suffering, a little uncomfortability. We have to go through things that can challenge us, okay? And those things are uncomfortable. We get hurt along the way. We get hurt when people disappoint us. We get hurt when things don't go our way. We get angry when things don't go our way. You know what I'm saying? And those things are okay. But when we are children, we can allow those emotions to be stored in our bodies because sometimes we can't fully express ourselves. A child is in their full emotion, in their full expression. If they get angry about something, they're expressing it. If they want to cry, they're expressing it. Whatever it is, they're constantly expressing the energy in motion. And when you suppress energy in motion, it has nowhere to go but to stick in your cells, to stick in your tissues, to stick in your body. So whenever a person is very tense and contorted, it's energy that hasn't been released, or that it's just so boggled up. You're so tight, you're so dense. So that's why relaxation is very important. Meditation, massages, you know what I'm saying? Acupuncture, just body work in general to move that energy. Doing healing work, doing the things that you know you have to do to better your spirit, to get back in tune and align with your soul. Your soul is connected to your soul is your soul is your messenger. Okay? Your soul tells your brain stuff. Your soul communicates with your heart, and it all has to be in alignment. So that's why with your subconscious, you have to change your old patterns and beliefs, because that is what you're battling with. You're battling with your subconscious mind of your old programming, because your soul has agreed with what your mind is saying, and it's a war within you. So when they say it's a battle for your soul, Satan wants your soul, it's like the negative thoughts, the darkness, the everything that was a lie, it tries to overtake you. It tries to drag you to hell, which is depression, which is suicide, which is the lowest pits of how far you can go in darkness, basically. Where it's like off Soul with 22, when she wanted to give herself over to those negative thoughts, and she turned into that black glob, believing the lies that your negative ego tell you, that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, oh you're this, oh you're that. Keep replaying something that happened to you in the past, or anything like that. Anything that brings about sadness or fear or anger or anything like that. First of all, when that happens to you, you have to know where it's coming from. And then you have to separate the thought and the emotion behind it. And then you have to move through it. Even if you feel it, you feel that pain, you feel that anger, you feel that emotion, and then you release it and let it go. You have to forgive. Forgive yourself. Forgive your past. Stop living in the past in your mind. Stop revisiting the past in your mind, especially if it's not good memories or good thoughts. You know what I mean? Because in your present moment, in your now, you're just going to keep recreating similar situations that remind you of a past situation. And you'll never move forward because it all starts here in the mind. So this is all a part of the healing. It's all a part of the growth. It's all a part of the expansion. There's nothing wrong with you. Take time for yourself. It's okay. Be okay with being okay. Be okay with being. You know what I mean? Be okay with your growth and the pace that you're going. Be okay with not having all the answers. Be okay with asking for help. Be okay with accessing the tools that you need to help yourself. Because we all need help. We all healing. We all going through something. So it's not a race. It's not about you trying to rush your healing. You trying to rush and get there. You trying to rush to be a this and be a that. Take your time with yourself. Relearn yourself. Get to know yourself again. Love yourself again. And that's how you reestablish your relationship with God within. Because when we feel all these outward things from the world, from our experiences, that takes us away from the indwelling presence of God. So then we feel like God ain't here. We feel like we're not loved. We feel like we're abandoned. We feel like this. We feel like that. And all those things are false. And we believe it so much to where we create those outward relationships, those outward experiences. And then we just get so fogged. We have to bring our minds. It's constant, you guys. We have to keep constantly working on our mind. And then once we get our mind together, our heart can be together. When we start to work on our heart, then our soul, our true soul self, our higher soul self can emerge. And we can keep shedding and releasing those old energies, those old beliefs, those old habits, those old patterns, to where we just keep shining more and more. We just keep going up more and more. We just keep integrating the new more and more. God is expansive. The Creator is expansive. It's infinite. Keep going up. Keep going up. Don't look back. Keep going up. Don't ever stay stuck or comfortable at a certain level or position or a certain version of yourself. Have fun with your journey. Be happy to experience something new. Be happy to be excited to go somewhere new, to whatever. Just integrate that excitement in your life, in your heart. That eagerness, that forward movement, that vision of you just keep striving. You keep just going. You keep going up. And when you keep reassuring your mind that it's endless. When you tap into that creativeness, to that expansion, to that awareness, then you know that all things are possible and that you are limitless. The Creator is limitless and anything can happen. As long as you keep your mind focused on the positive, the good, what it is that you want, life, things that produce fruit, the joy, the love, the laughter, the experiences. You don't think about all the hurt, the past, and all this and all that. No, because you're going to create that again. And again and again. You have power in your tongue, and you can take control of your mind. Take every thought captive. And every thought ain't even your thought. Every emotion is not even your emotion. Every feeling is not your feeling. Sometimes we try to feel too much. We try to know too much. We just try and be too much in the experience that we not flowing, we're not fluid, we're not in tune with just spirit, with just rhythm. Because with the spirit, when the spirit moves, the spirit can move in and out. You feel me? You can go in and out. We have to tap back into the natural rhythm of the earth, of God. God sits outside of time, but in time and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we have to seep back into our souls, into our divinity, and be still and know that I am God. And that I don't have to worry. I don't have to stress. I don't have to do any of those things. I could just be. And I can draw things to me. I can pull things to me by the power of my mind. By me thinking a certain thought. By me feeling a certain feeling. By me imagining it. Imagining. Visualizing. Releasing it and allowing it to come however it comes. But don't allow your mind to go into the negative thinking of how, when, where, why. You get to worrying, you get to trying to figure out how, and you get to trying to be all computerized and shit. No. Flow. Constantly flow. Get in the water. Take a bath. Get in the ocean. Release. Relax. Flow. It's okay. We have to be set apart from the spirit outside of us. The spirit outside of us that's in the world, in the matrix, is a Russian spirit. Is a go, 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 go. It's no rest. It's no relaxation. It's no unwinding. It's no sitting still. It's no restoration. It's no recuperating. It's no incubation. It's no feminine. It's all masculine, where it's all just tough and just we gotta do it and just all that. No, we have to come into the mother energy, where we're nurturing ourselves, where we're loving ourselves, where we're being gentle with ourselves, we're taking our time, we're healing. Okay? Another thing is, guys, your pay attention to the things that you struggle with internally, because a lot of things happen internally. You know what I'm saying? You go through most of your stuff internally. The external is just the illusion. Okay? The external is a result of something, but you have to come back into the yin. You have to come back into the internal state. You know what I'm saying? So learn your triggers. Let all those things be lessons for you. Let those things be teachers for you. Your triggers, areas where you need more work on, like boundaries, or if you've been self-betraying yourself, or you haven't been deeply listening to yourself, deeply listening to your inner child, fulfilling your inner urges. Like if your inner child want to jump on the bed, if your inner child want to just color one day, if your inner child want to sing, whatever it is, you flow in that energy, you flow in that vibration, in that space, because it's going to bring more light and joy and peace within you. And then your outward world will be more at peace. We have to allow life to be a teacher. Life is a teacher. We're here on this earth to learn. We're not just here to work a job and go to school and things like that. We're here to do so much. We're here to learn our lessons. We're here to learn ourselves. We're here to know God again, to know who we are again, to be restored, to heaven, to be restored to wholeness, to fullness, and to help the earth right now, to help the earth and help our people. A lot of people are caught in the darkness. They're caught up in the illusion. They're in the Maya. They're in a deception. And a person who has enlightenment or wisdom, you can help them. You can help that person come out of darkness, just like off the movie Soul. When you have people who care about you and speak life into you and tell you you can, you are, you have, you will, and be there for you. And even if nobody can actually be there for you, sometimes, baby, you got to be there for yourself. And not even sometimes, but a lot of times. Be there for yourself first before you expect anybody else to be there for you. Love yourself first before you can expect anybody else to love you. Give yourself the love that you always wanted. Parent yourself. Reparent yourself. It's okay. We be so hard on ourselves too because we have our own expectations of ourselves. We have our own expectation of life. And we have to just allow life to come to us. Allow life to just show us something different if we just open ourselves up to it. Open ourselves up to the goodness. Open ourselves up to new experiences. Open ourselves up to new ways of thinking, of new ways of doing things. And the things that we learn, we apply them to our life. That's where we gain the wisdom. When we apply the things to our life, when we know what works for us. It's the same thing if you trying out a product for your face or for your hair or whatever the case may be. Only you will know what works for you if you're putting in the time and the energy to get a particular result. We've become so reliant on somebody else's opinion. Somebody else's this. Somebody else's that. No, baby. What about you? What do you think about it? How do you feel about it? Come into your own universe. Return back to yourself. Return back to your God state. So you know how somebody will say, oh, baby, I do what God tell me to do. I don't do what man tell me to do. Okay. So you have to listen within to a divinity, to a divine, something that's higher than yourself, which is your highest self, which is your super conscious. Your indwelling God self, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it, Christ, Buddha, whatever the fuck. But that wisdom that's within you, that's guiding you, that's telling you this, telling you that won't steer you wrong, that won't lie to you. We got a lot of voices in our head sometimes. We got the voice of our negative self, the voice of our loving God self, where we speak the life into ourselves, where we give ourselves the comfort and the reassurance. And then we got outside voices of, it could be your mother's voice. It could be your grandmother's voice. It could be a stranger's voice, whatever. But it's like, what voice do you listen to? When we calm our minds, when we center ourselves, and when we clear ourselves from the chatter, from the debris of the outside world, of all the things that's outside of us, even our thoughts, we have to trim our minds. Just like in a garden, you have to pull out the weeds. You got to uproot some things. You got to trim some things. You got to water some things. Our mind is a mental garden. So it's important too to be gentle with ourselves, because even our jokes, whatever, can be seeds of negativity, can be forms of negativity, forms of self-hate. We don't even know how much we've been conditioned to even hate ourselves. Oh, I look a mess. Oh, is my hair okay? You're constantly critiquing yourself. You're constantly saying something negative about yourself. Oh, my feet. Oh, my nails jacked up. Girl, my hair jacked up. It's unconscious that you're even doing it. Oh, girl, I'm fat. You know what I mean? So we have to really recondition ourselves, relearn, unlearn. And yes, it takes time. Yes, it's work. But if we truly want to see a great change within us, and in our outside circumstances, in our outside world, we have to do these things. We have to put in the work on ourselves. That's your investment more than anything. You are your greatest investment. You working on yourself. So, again, scriptures are affirmations, are words of power, of spells that you can say to yourself. Say over your life. Seek ye the kingdom first, and all else will be added unto you. When you start changing your vibration, when you start working on yourself, you can attract opportunities to you. You can meet the right people. You can meet your dream, whatever. If you a person who keep attracting negativity, a negative man, a negative woman, then it's something in you that is functioning on that level to keep receiving that vibration. And that energy, it just comes in different forms. It could come in this woman, it could come in that woman, but those women carry the same energy. Those men carry the same energy. It's just a new skin. It's just a new face. But it's the same energy behind the person. It's the same spirit behind the person. So you gotta work on yourself. What are you filling your cup up with? What are you filling your mind up with? Your spirit up with? So you can align with that you want or that you're asking for. You can't ask for something and you're not matching it within. You got to match it within. Okay? Tell yourself each day, I am confident. I am worthy. I see my worth. I know my value. And you walk around in it. You walk around in that power. You walk around in that energy. And people will feel that. Be confident within yourself. Look at you in the mirror. Stop trying to follow so many people on the internet. Look at yourself. Look at how beautiful you are. Look at how talented you are. Look at how much knowledge and wisdom you have. Look at how you can make an impact on somebody's life. Stop envying other people's life by wishing. Even if it's unconscious, you're wishing or you're hoping that your life can be like somebody else's, when you don't even know the beauty and the treasures that you hold within yourself. But because of a lack of faith, belief, and confidence within yourself, you reciprocate the same things over and over to yourself. And you get disappointed and you get depressed. It's a just repeated cycle of this karmic energy that you just keep subjecting yourself to, giving into. You have to shift. You have to shift. You have to shift. You have to shift. And I know it takes time. It's hard. It's working. It's like working a muscle. You got to keep building at it. You got to keep working at it. And we get tired. We get a little lazy. We can procrastinate. But understand that those are hindrances. Understand that those are blocks. And once you keep working at something for 30 days, just 30 days, then it'll get easier for you. It'll get better for you. You can deal with triggers better. You can deal with certain energies better. You can deal with life better. You can handle challenges better. Count it all joy when you come into adversity, when you come into hardship, because then you will know that it's a lesson, it's a nugget, it's a jewel to be treasured, to be found, to be added into your inner treasury box, your inner treasure chest. Because it's only through that dark night of the soul, it's only through your challenges, your pain, your struggle, that you learn and you grow, and then you can be able to help other people and teach other people in the areas where you struggled at, in the areas where you had to learn from. Then you will know your purpose. You will know your place of power, your place of true strength. But first, you gotta go through it. You gotta go through it. And I'm telling myself this as I'm telling y'all this, because I'm going through a lot. Internally and externally. But I'm getting through it because I know that it's all to build me up for what I asked for what I'm wanting to create in my life. And I don't allow my outward circumstances to dictate me or to define me, because the greater work is being done within me. And with a snap of a finger, within a blink of an eye, you can go from 0 to a 100. You can go from rags to riches. Because you believe in the power of God. You believe in the power of the Creator. You believe in miracles. You believe that anything is possible. You don't believe your circumstances. You believe in that supernatural. You believe in the unseen that works on your behalf, that got your back. So like I said, you may not always have somebody to root you on. You may not have a life partner. You may not have somebody by your side that can tell you, keep going. I'm telling you to keep going because I'm telling myself to keep going. I'm fighting for you because I'm fighting for myself. And I'm a reflection to somebody. I'm an inspiration to somebody. Somebody could be in their darkest hour where they feel like giving up. Because I sure in the hell felt like giving up a lot of times. I question myself a lot of times. But when you bring your mind back into center, when you bring your mind back to God, focus on the greater purpose, the bigger picture, then you get back in alignment. Then you get back, okay, you get back clear. But when we just keep tumbling and tumbling and tumbling, we're going to drown. We're going to fall. We're going to stray. Speak life and love into yourself and those that are around you, those that do see you, those that do acknowledge you, those that do love you. Don't look at who not looking at you. Don't look at the likes. Don't look at the views. That shit don't define you. Do that define you, or do you know? What has more power? You have more power over that. The Creator got more power over that. What does God say about you? What does your higher self say about you? What do you think about you? How do you want to feel about you? What is your relationship to yourself? You have to ask yourself these questions. You have to sit with yourself in that way. You have to get intimate with yourself in that way. You have to get vulnerable. You have to cry. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to express. It's okay to talk to yourself. Hell, I talk to myself all the time. Oh, shit, I'm talking to myself right now. I'm talking to this camera. Though I'm going to upload the video and, y'all are going to hear it, but I'm still talking to myself. When you in your alone time, talk to yourself. Who's listening? Who's hearing you? Your higher self, your subconscious mind, God. Do not murmur. Do not complain. It's all being recorded in your mind. And whatever you repetitiously keep saying over and over to yourself is what you're programming yourself with. So even when you're going through a struggle, a challenge, a breakup, whatever it is, count it all joy. It may hurt and it may be like, girl, how can I count that joy and not in da-da-da-da-da? Because later on, you may not understand right now, but later on, you're going to know. You're going to get that clarity. You're going to get that confirmation. You're going to get that realization. You're going to get that revelation. And then you could be like, oh, I see what God was doing. Oh, I see now why that happened. So yeah, we have to calm down and walk around more relaxed than tense. When we are bombarded with so much fear and anxiety because of our mind, our thoughts, we keep latching on to every thought that come to our mind. That's how we fall. That's how we can go to a mental hospital and get on pills and all that type of stuff. No, you got to take control of your mind. You have to master your emotions. Know what your emotions are. Educate yourself on yourself. Learn your body. Learn your mind. That's what's that's what's more important than any damn thing. Because you could be out here hustling your ass off, getting the bag, but you don't even know yourself. You don't have a love for yourself. This is why millionaires and billionaires, or you ain't even got to be up that high. You could be a 6-figure person, whatever. 5-figure person, whatever. 4-figure person, whatever. It don't matter. The outward world doesn't define who you are on the inside. Because a great story is the Job story in the Bible. You can have everything and you can lose everything, but will you curse God? Do you give more praise to the outside, to the material? Or are you filled within to where it don't matter if you have or have not? Because you in the presence of God constantly. You're filled with peace. You're filled with love. You're filled with good vibes. You're filled and complete to where don't nothing matter. And that's the place and point where God wants you to be anyway. A person can just buy a car and be so happy, but an accident can happen. Somebody can bump you, scratch you, and then you get all upset. I mean, furious. And then you look at the car and then you start cussing the car, or you start cussing the person, or whatever. And then you could be you could be on this for 2-3 days, a whole week. You still mad, and you don't know how much damage you're doing to your heart, to your cells, to your nerves, because you're holding that energy within yourself instead of releasing it. And yeah, sometimes we gotta accept certain things that may seem fucked up, but it's all about how you react. It's all about how you respond. And remember that this material shit is not of true value. You are of true value. See your worth over what you have. Your worth is not in what you have. It's a bonus. It's something that's added on. Of course, you will be happy and glad to have, you know what I'm saying, all the things that you need and the things that you desire, the things that you want. But you don't get caught up in it, or you don't allow those things to take over you and have power and control over you. Know who you are. Learn who you are. Remember who you are. So I just had to get that out to you guys. I love y'all. Peace.